Can I hire anybody? I have 200,000. Dude, oh. I need to find a shop. I need to purchase a shop. That's what my deal is. So, let's try and locate a... No, don't. What is my map button? That, okay. So where am I? I'm down here in Nogales. Where is there, oops, no. Is there a trucking place? No. Okay, where's the closest, garage? Here's one. How big of a garage is this? I don't. There's one right here too. So if that one doesn't have it, we can kind of go to the other one. Make sure I'm pushing the accelerator. That would certainly help. Because I want to... Once you get people working for you, that's when you can start making the cash. And I want that cash, homie. I should really turn down my brake sensitivity, though. Okay, so what's the name of the town that we are going to? Oh, I don't have any. Yes, okay. I know I don't have that. So we'll see if I can buy that garage in whatever city this is up here. And then I can get some dudes working for me and we can make that cash, son. What's up, my dude? I really don't want to attempt that name. Jeeber? I hope I didn't pronounce that horribly. How are you doing on this fine Monday? I'm currently trying to purchase a larger garage so that I can hire people so that I can make more money. Because that, in this game, is how you make lots of money. I'm okay for a Monday. I had a kind of day, and the weather where I'm at, I'm by Chicago, and the weather here is just, it's like Seattle weather. Cold and rainy. I was supposed to be in Golf Lake right now, but they canceled it because it's cold and rainy. Which is just fine with me. Otherwise, not too bad. Not too bad at all yet. And the day's almost over, so I think I'm going to make it through May Day. My horn on this thing is not very manly sounding. Ooh, there's it. There it is. You're by Toronto and it rained all day today? Yeah. Yep. It's supposed to basically do the same crap here until like Saturday or Sunday. Okay, is this the truck service? Did I just pass it? I think I just passed it. I could, turn my head, dude. Ooh. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Can I buy this? This is a huge... I don't... How do I buy this? Can I... Garage Manager? I don't want that one. I want... Usually my notifications are goofy. I apologize. So can I must not be able to buy this. This is a 4. Okay, that's a lot bigger than what I need. So where would I shoot? Well, I don't think that I can buy this then. If it didn't pop up. Unless I go over here. Is this where I can buy it or no? No? Alright. Well, maybe it's out of... Oops. There we go. Maybe it's out of my league. But there's another one over... I think over here. If I remember what the map said... You didn't see that. There should be one up here on the right. Is that it? No? Okay, apparently that's not it. So let's go back. I know that there was... Oh, we're in Tucson. There's... Oh, it's on the other side. All right. So we'll go see if I can buy the other one. Because otherwise, I don't... I thought it just popped up automatically. It's up over here. I'm going to need to get gas then, too. This is a 3... Okay. I might be able to buy this one because it's a 3... I want to... Can I not upgrade? Do I have to go in? No. Ooh. It's not compatible. Never mind. Horns. Cabin deflectors. Cabin lights. Cabin light. Oh. All right. Why not, huh? let's upgrade this bad boy since I'm not, for some reason, able to. Yeah. So it's weird that I have to. You would think it would just do this for all of them, but no. We just continue to. Bull bar? Ooh. I like it. That'll stop a-holes from running into me. Probably not, but. Here's plate, bug reflector, front mirrors, sun visor. Really nothing that I want. What's up, Sand King? How are you, dude? I don't need that. Alright, we'll just put as many damn mirrors on here as we can. Okay, I already got those. That's driver's plate. That's bug deflector. I'm okay for Monday. Can't ask for much. That's the one I just did, correct? We good. We good for a Monday. Where it's cold and rainy where I am, by Chicago. But other than that, we are good. I'm trying to figure out how to buy another garage, and it's just not happening for me. I'm at a garage now, and it's not offering me to purchase it. So I am somewhat confused. And there's a car here that is pretty annoying. I'm not tired right now. I'm not trying to rest. I'm trying to buy it. An HP 2000? That is a good question. I'm sure. What's it got in it for a processor? You might have to turn down the graphics settings. Let's not go that way. That looks very trolly. The only iffy thing would be the graphics. You might have to put it down to a lower setting, but I don't think otherwise it's that intensive of a game. 1.3. So that's almost like an iPad. 1.3. This is not what I want to be doing right now. What you can do is on your laptop go to is it called can I run this, or can my computer run this game? And then go down and select the game that you want or search for it, and then it'll do a test on your computer. And it'll tell you whether or not it'll be able to handle it or not. I don't know off the top of my head what the minimum specs are for this game. And I'm not a huge technology guy. But that's what I would say. I'd check out, can I run it? Or something similar to that. Yeah, Google search it. Google search, can I run this? Or can I run it? Or can my computer run it? Something similar to that. It's basically a test that will see if your computer can handle the game. And it's free. The thing is free, so you don't have to pay for it. But that'll tell you more information. Okay, so now what we can do is we can go job market and do external contracts. So let's see, where are we at? We are right here. We're at Tucson. That's a long haul. Eli. I like that drive a lot better. Let's take that. Plus, that's worth 40. That's a lot of cash. So, let's take it. Okay, so where do I have to go? I need to... There's a lot of traffic right here. I'm not a fan of that. Alright, how far in... Whoa. Come on. That's a big-ass speed bump. Oh, we're right there. Okay. Alright. We are off. How heavy is this thing? Just shy of 22,000 pounds. Now, the bigger question is, are we going to be able to... Hello, Harley. See if we can get onto the highway without any issues. Do I have a beacon? I do not. So I'm not sure why I can't buy another garage yet. I'm level 12. I'm level 12, Harley. Yep. All right, we are on the road to Sacramento. You excited, Harley? Please don't move my mouse, Harley. The video RAM's not enough. That's the downside to laptops is the majority of them have, they call them integrated graphics, and it's pretty, like most laptops are not meant to play games on. Although HP does make some, they make a, it's called an Omen, which is a gaming laptop. Why can I not go any faster than 65? Will it still run it? I I would probably say not. I would just hate to buy the game and then not be able to play it. Although it is a Steam game, so I mean, you could still play it on another if you had a desktop. But I just don't think it would run on that laptop. Your desktop is that is that worse than your laptop? Wor- That's a pretty. I mean, I don't want to sound. I don't want to sound mean, but that's a pretty god awful desktop. Or it could be just an old one. Okay. My laptop I have at work is the biggest piece of shit I have ever seen. I mean, the thing, an iPad actually has more computing power than this laptop. And for some reason, the geniuses in IT decided to install 64-bit Windows 10 on it. And it just bogs down. It takes, if I get there at 8 in the morning, I could probably log in about 8:15. It's just awful. It's like, why would you put 64-bit Windows 10 on this thing? A calculator has more computing power. It's god awful. I mean, it's not. Basically, I only use it to check email and look at schedules. So I don't really use it for anything. Oh, paperwork. To fill out spreadsheets and stuff. And other forms. But good lord, if I have to get on the internet for anything, that's a process. And the internet at work isn't bad. You know, it's 100 megabytes a second. But it's just the computing power of this laptop is just awful. It's like my iPhone is triple the speed of it, if not more. I think if I were to try and run this on that computer at work, I think it would just start smoking. And say, "Nah, not doing it." But yeah, I don't know what the minimum requirements are for this game. Well, at first I was like, dude, that's a sweet either sunrise or something. But then I saw that it's a balloon. Whoever made this game, SCS, they got a thing with balloons. Thank you for the follow, Sand King. You're going to try to run it? When you do, let me know how it goes. I'm very interested to see if it will even boot up for you. If it's just a video, if it's just a video thing, you might be able to start it up and put all the settings down to low quality, which isn't really going to affect it too terribly bad. I don't remember what setting I have mine on, but I think I just I don't even think I changed mine. I think this is just the default settings. But let me know if you were able to do it, because that would be interesting. Because I have an Asus. I think it's called a Transformer. It's a little tablet that was supposed to. It's got like Windows on it and stuff. I tried running Counter-Strike Global Offensive on it, CS:GO, and I was able to play it. Not well. I think I was at 17 FPS. So it was a little rough, but it was able to run it, and it was able to run like Minecraft. I don't know if I'd be able to run this game on it, though. But that's about the same processor as what yours does. So that'd be interesting. You try it at the end of the week. Well, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here at the end of the week too. Maybe not Saturday night, but if you think about it, stop by and let me know if it worked or not. Whenever if I'm streaming, because that would be, and if it was playable. Like right now, I'm using a steering wheel and pedals, which is awesome to go for games like this. Unfortunately, the pedals and steering wheel are damn expensive. I got the older version of Logitech. It's like the G27, and it's down in my panels. And I got it used, and it was still like $100 2 years ago. Maybe they've come down in price since then. But otherwise, when I first got this game, I was using a playable do a convoy. Absolutely. As long as you're not a troll and run into people. Yeah, I'll do a convoy with you. When I first started playing this, I was using a controller, which controller's fine too. I wasn't able to use the mouse very well on it. Because I play this and I switch back and forth between this and Euro Truck Simulator 2. You're not a troll? Cool. Then yeah, I'll play with you. I like the graphics in this game a lot better than ETS 2. However, I like ETS 2 more in the fact that there's so much more map you can explore than this. I mean, because this only has California, Nevada, and Arizona right now. For the controller, it's the Razer Sabertooth. See, why is it going to have me go? I don't want to take that. I want to stay on the main road. It's the Razer Sabertooth. It looks like an Xbox controller. So you could use an Xbox controller. Or you could use a mouse if you're talented. I'm not that talented, so. Holy crap, we got 660 miles left? Oh! Uh-oh. What was that about? Hold up. Yo. That ain't cool. Dude. Why? Why? I feel like Nancy Kerrigan. Holy crap. Okay, so do I need to, like, hold up. There was an issue with my steering wheel. You had one person say, the USB cord that powers my controller or my steering wheel. Something, I don't know if my cat bit it or something, but it came unpowered. So I wasn't able to steer or anything. Oops. Okay. So now I should be good. You had one person say that it can run it. I didn't say that you can't. It's the program. So anyway, yeah, the thing came unpowered just enough that it like reset everything. So I was scared for my life. But like I had said before, I don't know. I am not that tech savvy. If my buddy Greg was in here, he'd be able to tell you right off the bat if you could or not. He knows all about that computer stuff. You might be sluggish if it's able to run it, though. I hope you can. Get him in here. I think he's asleep right now. Because otherwise he would be in here already. I'm just going to set the cruise. Setting the cruise. Speeding.
Yeehaw, buddy, yeehaw. Pull that load.
Okay. Do you have any other games that you run on it? See, now that speed limit sign just said 70. Why has it still got me at 55? I don't know. You play Minecraft on it? Minecraft is more of a memory hog than it is video hog. As long as you got like 2 megabytes of RAM, you can play Minecraft. The graphics wise, it's not too intensive. Unless you're running shaders and stuff like that. So in that case, Minecraft is not like really any other game. If you're running just stock vanilla Minecraft, all you need is a couple of megabytes of RAM and you're good to go. I drive a lot better than this in real life. This summer you'll be making money, so you're saving up for a pre-built gaming PC. If you can build it yourself, you'd save yourself a lot of money. Like if you buy like the motherboard separate and the graphics card separate and processor and that stuff. If you buy all that stuff separate and can put it together yourself, you'll save yourself a lot of money. I, however, am not that knowledgeable, so I bought my stuff through CyberPower. You don't know how to do that at all? Yeah, unfortunately, neither do I. But my buddy, the one that's not here, he says that that's the way to go. If you can buy all the parts on Amazon and then put it together yourself, you could save a good chunk of money. Anywhere from 500 to 1,000, if not more. But I don't know jack shit about which processor will match up with which motherboard and what's compatible with what. I don't know. So if you go into like sites like Origin or CyberPower, or I'm sure you could do it with any other maker that makes desktops. Young H Teen. So the biggest thing I would say to think of if you're going with a pre-built, it doesn't need to have like a 1080 graphics card. A really good graphics card for the money is the 750 Ti, which may sound like it's old, but I mean that's what my son has at his computer, and he plays everything from this to League Legends to Minecraft to right now he just started playing War Thunder, and 750 Ti runs it no problem. And since it's not brand new like a 1080 or a Titan X or anything like that, you can get them pretty cheap. The only other thing I would know about it is the processor. Make sure it's at least an i5. i5 or i7. Don't go with an i3. This steering wheel got super tight all of a sudden. Ever since I had to plug it back in, it restarted. It's like super tight. Which isn't all that bad. Just I gotta get used to it. Alright, let's get gas at this gas station. This is a fun game, though. Especially for, like, if you need a break from any other games that you're playing. Like, I play CSGO, too. and I just don't want to deal with CSGO shit tonight. So I'm like, you know what? We'll just chill out and do some ATS. As long as my steering thing doesn't go unpowered again, I'll be alright. I don't. We have the Xbox One. We have an Xbox 360, but we don't really play that anymore. I have a PS3, but we don't use it. Yeah, we went the Xbox route. Farming Simulator 17. I have Farming Simulator 15 for PC. I'm trying to remember if I have it for Xbox or not. That's another fun game that I don't play enough of. Sometimes I just get into grooves where I'll play one game a lot. Do I like Farming Sim? Yeah. I haven't played it in a while, but I like it. Is there a lot of difference between Farming Sim 15 and the newest one? Like, do they change a lot of stuff? Oops. Old lady. Tell you what, a game I'm excited about that's coming out this month is Friday the 13th. I'm excited for that. I played the beta of it during Christmas. It's got a new map, better logging, and in-game mods. That'd be a lot easier to use because there were some people that I was playing with that added a bunch of mods because they had their own server, and they started. That's probably why I stopped playing it, because they were putting in a bunch of different mods, and I don't remember which ones. And I don't know if I was just too lazy to figure out how to do it or what, but so that's why I stopped playing it with other people. I mean, I still played it on my own, but just not in multiplayer, which can get a little old after a while. Am I gonna have to slow down? I'm betting not. Let's see if I'm wrong. All good. I live by Chicago. Around the Chicagoland area. And the weather has just been miserable here lately. Rainy. Like it's 40 right now. It's rainy and 40. And it's May. You're in Oregon? I've been in Oregon. It's a nice area. I didn't really spend too much time in Oregon, but very scenic. It's rainy and 50 in May. Well, you got about 10 degrees on on Chicago then. We were looking at the forecast tonight at Golf League for the extended forecast to see when we'd be able to make up Golf League, and it's supposed to be pretty shitty until Saturday. So, like, the rest of this week is supposed to be kind of crappy. So that sucks. Lots of logging where you are. Hopefully they're replanting as they go. It's 55, you lied. Damn it! I can't trust you anymore. Oh, I don't wanna. Hopefully they're replanting as they log. Otherwise, they're kind of screwing themselves out of future money. It's not a very good business plan if they continue to log without replanting. They are? Okay, good. Not that I'm a tree hugger or anything. I just don't think it's very smart to continuously cut down resources and not have a backup plan for when they're all gone. Just looking at the long-term financial prospects of a business. But what do I know? I deal with addictions, so yes. I'm all for hunters. I don't hunt myself, but I fully support those that do. I like meat too much to think otherwise. I have not had a rabbit though. I love deer meat. Venison, I will take that all year long. Not too much can beat a good steak, though. Give me a nice New York strip cut or ribeye. You know, I won't. I'm not picky. I'll take any cut of steak if you're gonna give me one. We have some hunters, deer hunters, which is good. I don't need. I don't need any deer hitting my car. You've been hunting for like 10 years and never killed anything except for a grouse and a rabbit? Is that because of bad aim? Or is that because of not a not having like good timing as far as going out looking? Like, can't expect you to catch anything or shoot anything if you don't see anything. Deer and elk hunter? We don't have too many elk around here, but we have a good chunk of deer. My ex-girlfriend was a bow hunter. Oh, she probably still is. She's a bow hunter for deer and turkey. Do you bow hunt or do you what about a boss? Autocorrect. Autocorrect can be funny sometimes. If it's a good enough autocorrect, as I'm typing it out and I see it, if it's good enough, I'll just leave it in there. Like one time, I went to type negative, and it autocorrected it to Netsuki, which is a Japanese word for. Now I forget what it is. It's an actual word though. I didn't know it, but I liked the sound of it, so I just left it in. So now whenever I say negative, or whenever I mean negative, I'll say Netsuki. Sometimes people look at me funny. Or if I really want to mess with my mom, if I'm having a text conversation with her. Your rifle? Either way, it takes some patience and good aim. Patience is generally not something that I'm known for. But I blame that on my dad. My dad doesn't have any patience at all. One nice thing about when you connect your account to the World of Trucks, you can take these external oops. You can take these external contracts jobs and they're longer but they give you a lot more money. So, burp burp. I'm going to wrap up the stream after I drop this and load off though. This is taking a lot longer than I had anticipated, so I am going to finish the job. Only 130 more miles to go to Sacramento. The hell are we hauling again? We are hauling a road roller. I had wanted to wrap up my stream at 8 Central, and it is going to be after 8 Central. Sorry, my dude. I still got 120 miles to go. You got anything going on later on this week? Because I won't be streaming tomorrow night, but I'll be streaming Wednesday night. Be a split stream. I will start off with NASCAR and then go into probably CSGO. Yuck. School? Yeah. I hear you. I'm in school for my bachelor's degree, and it's just I have to intern right now on top of my regular job and go to school. It really sucks. But I graduate in July. I almost said June, and I was wishful thinking. It's July. But otherwise, I try to stream every night about this time. Like I said, I won't be streaming tomorrow night. I am going to get my bachelor's in human services for addictions because I'm going to be an addictions counselor. So right now I'm working. My job right now is in human services at a county agency, and I'm going to be expanding on that job once I get my bachelor's degree, so that I will be working for. It's a department called CCS, which is Comprehensive Community Services. So I will be kind of combining that with the AODA, alcohol and other drugs. That's what your dad's doing? Sweet. It's something that I had an issue with myself, and I don't mind telling anybody that, for a lot of years. And I had, when I was getting help for it, I had two counselors or therapists, whatever you want to call them, that really made a difference to me and kind of got me straightened out and off drugs, and you know, without those two guys, I don't know, I may not be here. So once I had enough time that I was clean and sober, I decided when I was still in treatment that I wanted to go and hopefully try and help somebody like I got helped. But I didn't want to jump into it right off the bat because I was also very early in recovery, and you don't want to be messing around too much, you know, adding stress onto something like that. So once I got enough time under my belt and still wanted to do it, I went back into college, and I graduate in July. So it's, the pay sucks. I mean, it doesn't pay worth a shit, but just to help other people through a time in their lives that is not fun. Sometimes there's not a whole lot lower you can go. And to be able to help with that, that's something awesome. So that kind of makes up for the lack of pay. Sometimes it can be frustrating because I'm dealing with, you know, a government agency, dealing with, you know, the state requirement and paperwork and all that stuff that tends to make things harder than what they should be. But the good outweighs the bad. Work for the state. Well, right now I'm a contracted worker and it doesn't pay well. In jail or prison? I could have been dead too. I mean, at the rate I was going, there was probably would have been an OD in my future had I continued. That or just outright death. Because I was having some major health issues on top of it. Drugs are pretty messed up. Name it. You know, it would be a shorter list if I just told you what I didn't do. I never did acid. I'm running down the list of majors, and it's a check, yes, 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 yes. So basically, I never did acid. And I never did flakka because flakka wasn't around then. Or crocodile. Didn't do that either. But, you know, meth isn't that far from it. I had a lot of anger issues. Oh, that's where I park it. So if I go when this is red, I'm gonna get a ticket. So I'll have to wait till it's green. There we go. And I have damn, how am I supposed to do this? PTSD, which complicates things a lot. It did. It makes it kind of hard to, if you're doing drugs while you're taking your medication, the drugs kind of nullify the medication. So, like, the PTSD wasn't getting any better because I was taking drugs to help me with PTSD. Self-medicating was a big thing for me. Wouldn't recommend. No? Okay. Because I have my name, Captain Hook, is why I only have one hand. So there were issues stemming from that I thought I had resolved, and I did not. So I went into self-medicating a lot and basically taking anything I could that would make me not feel like myself, make me feel something different. And after so long, man, that catches up with you. You don't think so? Never thought it would me. You know, that happened to other people. That does not happen to me. I got into an accident when I was 16, and my hand got caught between the truck that I was in and the road, because we had hit a tree doing 60, and a truck flipped around and came back across the road, and my hand got caught between the truck and the road, and was 98% amputated. And I'd never really dealt with that because that's pretty major. And I was right-handed beforehand, and all of a sudden you only have one hand, and it's not your dominant hand, and you know, you're dealing with, you know, being 16, just 16 too, on top on top of it. And there was a lot of dark times, and I tried to kill myself on more than one occasion, and luckily was not successful. And you know, after a long time, I was finally able to deal with it. So, ouch. Yeah, that hurt. The surgeon, the doctor, said that the only thing that was holding my right hand on was 2 centimeters of skin and a dead nerve. So I generally don't talk about it a whole lot anymore. But if anybody ever has questions, I answer them because it's fact of life. I have no problem talking about it anymore. I used to. I used to have a lot of problems. But that's going to wrap. Oops. That's going to wrap things up for this stream. I won't be streaming tomorrow night, but I will on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Friday night is Minecraft night. You're type 1 diabetic. I have a couple of clients that are, and one of them is he's 10. And is type 1 where you have to like give yourself shots? That's what he is. And that can be, he struggles with that, and I've seen adults struggle with it too. There's a couple of guys that I know that they're amputees because they didn't take care of their diabetic issues. So I mean they've lost their feet. The two guys that I know didn't lose their hands. They lost their feet due to it. And it can be a tough disease, man. Gotta try and take the good with the bad. I'm sure you've heard of it. What are those parts of life that suck, and it can be pretty depressing at times, but it's better than the alternative. Trust me on that one. I've almost died a couple of times, and it's not a fun place to be at. Just keep your head up, my dude. I'm not going to tell you it's going to get better because I don't know. I don't have diabetes yet. I've had everything else wrong with me. That's another stream, dude. I've had so many health problems, and 95% of them are probably self-induced because of things that I've put into my body and whatever. Like 2 years ago, I found out I had cancer. This is after I quit smoking, quit drinking, quit all the drugs and everything. 2 years of being clean from that, I found out I had tongue cancer. So they ended up having to cut out a third of my tongue, which can't really tell anymore. I mean, I have a scar right here from they had to take out some nodes, and it took a while to learn how to talk again. And there's a lot of times where if I talk fast, I'll start to, it'll sound like I'm slurring, or it'll get kind of sloppy sounding. I haven't really learned how to do that yet. But that's when I know I have to stop and slow down my speech and concentrate. Because it is harder with a third of your tongue gone to be able to articulate clearly. Like that. Saying that that took some effort. But, you go on another day. So, just try and stay positive. That's one thing I found. If you keep focusing on all the negative shit, and there's plenty of negative stuff to focus on. If all you do is focus on that stuff, you're gonna have a miserable life. You'll be miserable all the time, and it's just pretty shitty way to go through life. If you try and see some of the positive stuff, and sometimes it's fucking hard to see any positives in any particular situation. But if you can just focus on something, whether it's you woke up today, or it's, I don't feel completely horrible. I can walk today. I can talk today. You know, I can see. I can hear. Anything that's positive. Focus on that. And sometimes it makes some of the bad shit maybe not seem so bad. And then there are just days where it just got awful. There's no getting around it. And those are the days where you're just like, let's just try and plow through today, and tomorrow will hopefully be a better day. So, but I gotta wrap it up now. I am about 20 minutes past time. Thanks for stopping by. Good talking to you, my dude. I hope to see you in future streams. Like I said, I play other games too, and if I don't see you, that's cool. Some games aren't for others. Like CSGO isn't for everybody. Some days CSGO is not for me either. Like Wednesday's stream is going to start off with NASCAR. A lot of people don't like NASCAR. The only reason I like it is because of the steering wheel. That makes it fun. And then we'll see. So, have yourself a good rest of the night, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the follow. Be good. See ya.